Are Harley Davidson riders bad people, or are they just bad riders? Are they a force for good in the world? Just because somebody committed an action that is bad, it doesn't make them the actual person. Are Harley riders bad people?
Yes.
Because they're real men.
The image that the Harley brand portrays is very attractive to a lot of people.
Say good day.
Harley riders are bad people. Bad riders. Did I hear someone say girly boys? Are Harley Davidson riders bad people, or are they just bad riders? Are they a force for good in the world? I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I'm a good person. What about you? What about 1%ers? They ride Harley. Surely they're bad people. Hi, my name's Eamon. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to discuss this and more. Are Harley Davidson riders bad people? They wear black, they make lots of noise. Are they criminals and thugs? Are they bad, evil people? What about all the charity rides that Harley riders contribute to? Does that make them good? We need to define what good and bad actually is, and then we can answer these questions and others. Let me know in the comments what you think about this issue. Thanks once again to everyone who's been watching my videos, and a huge thanks to all the supporters who've been buying t-shirts, caps, stickers, etc. Stay to the end of the video and I'm going to tell you exactly what I really think about this issue on Harley riders being bad. In the meantime, let's get into it as I go on a charity ride to show you how good I really am. Here in Australia, every Easter on Good Friday, everybody raises money for the Royal Children's Hospital, which is a fantastic thing. And this particular charity, a night on the bike, ladies' night, is where ladies come and get a ride on a Harley Davidson and contribute some money to the Royal Children's Hospital. Now, I've got to claim a woman to jump on the back, so let's see who we can find.
Hi.
I already know Gail, and you guys already know Gail. You would have seen her in a couple of videos ago, Harley Davidson skulls and symbols. She's got an old Not Dead t-shirt on, which puts her in the Legends Club. Are Harley riders bad people?
Definitely not.
Why not?
Well, look at us here.
Yeah, but you got tattoos, look.
Yeah, we've got tattoos.
Surely that means
we're
you're
here
bad.
raising money for...
Raising money for Children's Hospital. Gotta be fantastic.
Always backing good charities.
Yeah, that's true actually, yeah. How come everyone hates Harley riders?
I don't know, really. Do they hate us?
That's not a fact.
Oh, you're spoiling the video, mate.
Maybe they think we own the road. They think that we own the road, which we do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do own the road, don't I? Don't you own the road?
Yeah, that's right.
But isn't it interesting, everybody moves out of the way, don't they?
That's what they do.
Yeah, cool. So we do own the road.
We do, yeah.
So we're arrogant? Are we arrogant?
A little bit, we can be.
Yeah, okay. Do you reckon that's why people hate us?
Possibly.
So Leanne and Lockie, Leanne is taking Lockie tonight on this ride. Check out this trike. Good mate, how are you? Now I've just found out that Leanne has come all the way down from New South Wales, which is a huge effort for this ride. How long have you had the trike?
I don't know, 7-8 months.
You're loving it?
Yeah, I think I've clocked up 23,000 Ks.
Oh, all right, all you guys listen to that. So the question tonight is, are Harley riders bad people?
Yes.
Because everyone's scared of them, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, why?
It's the noise, mate, it's the noise.
Black motorbikes?
Yeah, black
dark
bikes.
motorbikes, yeah.
And the
Tattoos.
noise. And the noise.
So why aren't they bad people? Why are they good?
Got a heart of gold, mate, every one of them.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Well, most of them.
Now the question for tonight is, are Harley riders bad people?
No.
Why not?
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I know
Nice
you
guy.
are, but Harley riders, you're a nice guy. What about Harley riders in general?
no.
Mate, they've got tattoos, they wear black leather.
I think the bad people come from Canberra.
Okay, so aren't we doing a good deed today?
We are. And we always do rides to raise money for things like Christmas toy run.
Yep.
So we're always doing good deeds. So we're great people.
So how come people hate Harley riders?
I just don't think they like the noise.
The noise. Is your bike noisy? Is it noisier than my bike? Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, I've got a quiet
It's too
bike.
loud, you're too old.
You taking someone on the bike tonight?
Yeah, my daughter actually, there she is, riding. The fourth one, yeah. It's been enjoyable. At least you get the women on the bikes, see how it is. We're not a bunch of crooks or robbers.
Well, that's the interesting question I've been asking people. Are Harley Davidson riders bad people?
They're the best people.
The best? Okay,
They help.
cool.
whenever there's a problem, so they'll help in any way. Charities, events, helping the kids, helping anybody. So, no, good bunch of guys. You know.
I agree.
It
I agree. I'm with Justin, and Justin is probably one of the most intimidating guys here, although someone told me it was me, which is ridiculous because I am a sweetie. Are Harley riders bad people?
No, not at all.
They're not. Why not?
Well, they're all generous and love to have a good time, and yeah, just like everybody else.
What sort of Harley do you ride?
No, I actually ride the Indian.
Oh!
Yeah.
Traitor. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh.
Isn't she beautiful? She's beautiful, just like me.
And are Harley riders bad people?
God, no.
Why not?
Why would they be bad people? My dad used to drop me to school on the back of the Harley, and I've grown up on the back of a Harley, but the Indian is more comfortable these days.
Give me my camera back.
I'm helping you out, you bum.
The Indian's more comfortable? All right, but all these guys, they've all got leather on, they've all got tattoos, they all look pretty intimidating.
They're all
and
my
people
type
are,
of guy.
Yeah, but people are always scared of Harley riders.
Right.
Are they bad or are they good people?
They're great people.
They're great people?
They're great people.
Fantastic, yeah.
I've
Well,
met
why?
Because they're real men.
They're real men, yeah? Okay.
Real men.
So welcome everyone to a night on the bike in memory of Chris, who started all this 8 years ago. Thank you ladies for supporting us all. Big clap for the ladies. There you go. We'd just be a bunch of lonely blokes running around in circles.
All right, Gail's set to go. Get ready for some rain. A lot of people associate certain things with the concept of being bad. Bad really only means unfavourable, not up to standard, that sort of thing. But people seem to confuse it with the word evil. So a huge section of society consider people that travel outside of normal circles as outsiders. And unfortunately, a lot of those outsiders get painted with the brush of being bad. That's interesting because just riding any road-going motorcycle sets you outside of what's considered normal. It's seen as dangerous, and therefore by default people can't help but think that you're a certain type of person. Perhaps more adventurous, a risk taker, a rebel. Maybe it just relates to freedom. You appear more free-spirited, and people of course want that for themselves. Now this is going to be different for different people because we all see things through our own personal filter. But motorcycles have an image of freedom and masculinity attached to them. There's a doctor I see on the dot twice a year for a blood checkup. Every time I walk in and plonk my helmet down on his desk, he says exactly the same thing. I wish I had a motorcycle. He's much younger than me, but he looks older. He looks stressed and overworked. Now this is a bit of a ritual. I always say the same thing back. Well, you can get your license and you can buy a motorbike. And he always says, my wife won't let me, and everybody tells me it's too dangerous. But he wants one, it's his dream, and I can see that he admires people who ride them for what they represent. So when it comes to the motorcycling image of freedom, risk-taker and rebellion from the standard 9 to 5, Harley riders are on the cutting edge of this, the extreme masculine side, and you could say that the 1%er clubs are at the pointy end of that. Anyone who's ridden a Harley for a period of time knows that it's a solid wedge stuck in an open door to the opposite sex. Hang on, that paints the wrong picture. The image that the Harley brand portrays is very attractive to a lot of people. So of course people want a part of it, in particular men. Men aren't designed to sit in cubicles or to be stuck at home without any adventure or risk. But not everyone's willing to, or has the time or the finances, even the skill or the courage to ride a motorcycle. But some people just buy stickers and t-shirts, even Harleys that end up being garage queens. But looking at the comments on the last video that I made, which was called Why Everyone Hates Harley Riders, there's a lot of hate towards people who aren't so-called real bikers or just Harley riders in general. I think it's really funny because these people are just hating an image or an identity when everyone actually subscribes to some sort of image or identity. I don't see Harley riders making negative comments or laughing at an adventure bike rider who's fully kitted up, riding to his office job along the freeway. He's wearing all the right Paris to Dakar rally gear, and he's never going in that rally. And I don't see Harley riders criticising football fans that can hardly kick a football, yet they're decked out in their favourite team colours. You'd think people would lighten up. So where does the bad boy Harley image actually come from? People are mostly unconscious, and whatever the media tells you filters in over time. When was the last time a Harley rider was shown in a movie as a good guy or anything other than bad, rebellious or a criminal? It's pretty rare to see a motorcycle charity run on the news, but anytime somebody in a black leather jacket gets into a fight, oh my God, the Hells Angels have descended onto town. Help us all, call Batman now, we need to be saved. Look at the way Harley Davidson was pushed forward into the mainstream in the movie Terminator 2. I think that was late 80s, early 90s. That's the sort of person that rides a Harley Davidson. And of course there's black leather, but why black? I'm tipping the origin is road dirt. Just wear something white and ride around for a while, or even stand around in a smog-filled city. Anything of a lighter colour is going to look crap pretty quickly. Plus we all know that leather's got great qualities that's going to save your skin if you come off. It's also much more comfortable and natural to wear rather than the plastic, estrogen-inducing clothes that a lot of other motorcyclists wear. Girly boys. Bad is associated with black or evil for a couple of reasons. Horror movies happen in the dark and black of night, and the bad guys always wear black. I guess in the black of night you can hide things, and that's what breeds the fear of what's hidden and unknown. And so it is that white is associated with good and black with bad and evil. Now I think we also have a problem with the whole concept of good versus bad. Just because somebody committed an action that is bad, it doesn't make them, the actual person, bad. And my experience says that you can see the quality of a person by looking into their eyes. The eyes really are the window to the soul. Most people are good irrespective of what they've done in their life. I haven't really met many truly evil people. Now crime is what most people associate bad people with, and here's a couple of things to consider. So crime doesn't come from poverty, it comes from the difference in wealth between people. The second thing is crime is slanted towards blue collar crime. That means people of lower socio-economic groups, but it also means the types of crime that I would call easy. That's theft, robbery, street drugs, but also crimes that are committed when you're emotional or you're drunk. But the slanting towards blue collar crime only happens because the guys in suits, the white collar criminals, commit more complicated crime that's nearly impossible for the police to catch. Cops aren't equipped to catch insider traders who front run the share price as it goes up, or politicians who take offshore payments, set up houses in Monaco that they're not going to touch until after they've finished raping and pillaging the community. The police are simply there to clean up the streets, keep the peace, and prevent us from storming the castle. Nothing more. So it's no wonder that blue-collar workers come up higher in the crime stats. So before we tackle, are Harley riders bad people, we need to address the question, are Harley riders bad riders? Here in Australia, perhaps in other countries as well, put in the comments if you know this to be true. There are a lot of guys who have a motorcycle license, but they haven't ridden in 20, 30, 40 years. They might have rode a little when they were young, They hit a certain age and they buy themselves a motorcycle and they start up again. Now, Harleys are overrepresented with this group of people because they're cruisers. Harleys are easier to ride and they're much more forgiving than the latest Ducati or electric blue Gixxer. There's also plenty of other guys who've never ridden anything faster than an old Harley and they just don't appreciate the differences between a sports bike and a cruiser. But that's not a crime. So for me, it's not uncommon to see Harley riders who don't ride well. There are plenty who can, and there are plenty of new riders on Harley who put in the time and effort to learn and they become outstanding riders. I don't see any difference in riding ability between Harley riders and people on any other type of motorcycle. Now, if you're judging a Harley rider's ability because you're overtaking them on the twisties on your sports bike, I mean, fair dinkum, get a life. You're on a sports bike and you're overtaking a cruiser. You've got a better lean angle. So are Harley riders bad people? What do we see in the Harley community? I see a lot of people doing good things, toy runs, charity events, raising money in areas that the government should be taking care of. Of course, it's a cross-section of the community. There definitely are people from all walks of life. Now, a lot of people say Harley riders are thugs and criminals. What is a thug? Once someone stole a large amount of money from me, I thugged it back by twisting his ear because the police wouldn't do anything about it. Am I bad? Am I a thug? I ride a Harley. Some people say, and you'll see why in a minute, that Harley riders are painted bad because of the 1% clubs. They say they're all criminals and thugs. Let me know in the comments what you actually think about that. I don't know for sure because I'm not in that world, but here's my educated guess. So first of all, the word outlaw is not literal and it doesn't actually line up with criminal. Here in Australia, with its rich history of bushrangers, the term outlaw probably has a positive connotation because of our history. Now, we were a penal colony, but it was poor people that were sentenced to Australia for life for stealing things like loaves of bread when they needed something to eat. That's totally unjust, and I would say that the term outlaw can also then mean hero because of the oppression that people have lived under. It's the outlaws who gave the middle finger salute. That was then, but this is now, and society hasn't really changed much. Next time you get pinged by the highway patrol for doing 10 over on a dead smooth, quiet road, think about the Sheriff of Nottingham fleecing the locals and keeping them poor, in the name of safety, of course. And that's one of the reasons people have a fascination with outlaw clubs. Men need groups, structure and belonging. Most people aren't self-disciplined at all. Groups, gangs, motorcycle clubs, the military, to a certain extent, all offer this structure, discipline and provide belonging. It's a discipline just to turn up to a ride or an event. Now, all governments and their puppet masters hate any type of organised group that's not in alignment with the ideals that they push forward into society for control. So even though there are many outsiders in society, I'm one of them, a motorcycle club, especially the 1% clubs, are organised and labelled. They're wearing a patch on their back. It makes them a threat, but it also makes them the personification of that outsider. It's like wearing a middle finger salute on your back. Now, the media shows all the arrests that happen frequently, so it's obvious that there's some argy-bargy with drugs, guns, standover, that type of thing going on. But are they all like that? That's the question. So even assuming that crime is happening at a particular clubhouse, it just seems improbable to me that 100 out of 100 guys are all involved and running a criminal enterprise. It's an illegal activity, so the more people that know, the more people are going to get caught, and you would think that the police are catching them more regularly if that were the case. So if you're a 1%er or part of the Miami Vice team, put in the comments what actually goes on. Tell us how it is. Outlaw biker YouTube videos get a serious number of views. People are interested. Shows like Sons of Anarchy get enormous numbers of viewers. People are interested. Harley Davidson has sold a milder but similar image. People are interested. That tells me there's a lot of men out there looking for something more. And it's probably releasing the shackles of the daily soul-destroying grind that everybody's been pushed into through the sausage factory that we call school. So maybe next time you see a 1%er ride past, you'll love them for the spirit of rebellion, or hate them because they've got something you don't have. I know I love it when I see one because they usually ride aggressively, especially through the traffic. So if I'm relaxing and having a lazy ride, I jump in behind them on the slipstream and you sort of get a lazy, hard ride for free. Don't try that at home. Now, as you would have guessed, I don't think Harley riders are bad. We're all angels, top guns, all around good blokes. The hater will claim, nah, they're not tough guys at all. My take is that all men live in a real world or an implied world of violence. Some of the guys who look look the toughest or the meanest have been through the worst of things in life, and the image they project is an extra layer of protection for them. You wouldn't know what they've endured or what they're capable of doing. Respect other people and it will never be a problem. If you want to go further on this topic, check out my video, Why People Hate Harley Riders. You can read the comments, that's interesting. If you like today's video, help the channel with a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, even comment. There's great supporter gear on our website, check that out too. Thanks for watching, stay fit and healthy, and I'll see you on the next video.